You're the one.
You know, I thought that would just be a fun place to start with the operative phrase being, "What were you doing there?" Now, before we go into today's video, in an investigative environment, sometimes you have to ask questions you don't even think you need to ask because they don't seem important at the time, but you still have to ask them. Now, before I get too far into this, there have been a lot of questions about me, my background, who I am, where I come from, what my expertise is. I was here. I was a Spanish linguist. And if anybody can identify this picture and where it is, they'll know everything they need to know about me. Also, at about the 2-minute mark of every video, there's a little thing that pops up on your screen, and it'll tell you a lot more about me if you bother to watch it. Now, without any further ado, I would like to thank another one of my viewers named Reginald Cross, who had brought up the term, one I hadn't heard in a long time, called MCON. Emissions control. Emissions control is the management of electromagnetic and acoustic emissions. MCON is used to prevent an enemy from detecting, identifying, and locating friendly forces. It is also used to minimize electromagnetic interference among friendly systems. This person had brought this up that perhaps the ship, the Fitzgerald, was running MCON. If they were running MCON, they would have had a reason to run MCON, meaning that even the radar aboard the ACX Crystal wouldn't have picked them up, or only might have picked them up as a small fishing boat, because the ship is designed to mask and to reduce its radar signature. When we look at the track, now this is just a map I've pulled up. This is generally where the accident occurred. There's no tracks there. The bigger ship was here, and the destroyer was up here. What were they doing there? Why was the United States Navy, this is only a matter of miles, a couple of single-digit miles, what were they doing here at night running MCON? And as you can see it here, that ship was here. It was skirting the coast. Now, when you're in an investigative environment, sometimes you ask questions, sometimes you give yourself answers that work, sometimes they don't work, but you can't be afraid to throw it against the wall because you can't rule anything out at this point. But the one thing we do know, and we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt, is the captain of the ACX Crystal has found a reason to lie. And the U.S. Navy has found a reason to obfuscate. So instead of looking at the actions of the Crystal in this video, we're going to look at the actions of the destroyer. What could have been up here that would have interested the Navy? Well, that ship is designed to listen to things. That destroyer has the ability to pick up all sorts of minute communications and track things many hundreds of miles away. That's what makes it so unbelievable that it didn't see that ship. But there's a city there, Hamatsu. Now, I've researched all this area, and there is something that's strange that came up about Hamatsu, Japan. And it was this. Japanese GPS satellite has potential to generate a 2 trillion yen market. The government is predicting that the second satellite aimed at establishing Japan's version of the global positioning system could generate markets of more than 2 trillion yen across a wide range of fields such as engineering, construction, surveying, and farming. And I'm sure there are military applications as well, when you hear what this thing can do. The Michibiki No. 2 satellite was successfully launched Thursday, with the government planning to send up 2 more later this year. A number of startups in provincial areas joined tests using the first Michibiki, which was launched in 2010, taking advantage of the satellite data available for use across the country. The company has already put on the market a navigation system using the conventional GPS for bicycles, but Akihiro Nishikawa of Forte's development said that for pedestrians and bicycles, data on which side of the road they are on is also needed. This is something the U.S. Navy would love to get their hands on. It really is. And this place, the company is now developing equipment to help people with impaired vision navigate outdoors. It aims to commercialize a system that guides people using a combination of map information, steps, and signals together with Mitsubishi-based up-to-date location data. This has huge ramifications for the military. And the one thing I did learn with my time in intelligence services is that we do as much spying on our allies as we do on those who are our enemies. Information and technology firm C Point Lab, based in Hamamatsu, Shizuoka Prefecture, is seeking ways to use equipment that can receive data from several navigation satellites, including the Mitsubishi and the GPS, in combination with personal transportation such as motorcycles and the Segway two-wheel electric vehicle. Now, I know this is a stretch, but we have to ask ourselves that question. You do. You have to ask all sorts of questions about why one of our destroyers would be so close to the coast of Japan. And this is Hamamatsu here. What would it have been doing this close to Japan? It was said that this destroyer was running a parallel course, and then this turned, and then something happened. We've analyzed ad nauseum about what happened in this little area. But why did we have a ship running MCON with less than 10 miles in the coast? If it truly was MCON, meaning that there was no emissions, that would probably make the Navy have to wipe a little egg off of its face if it was revealed that it was spying on one of its own allies. It's just another thought. It's another road to go down. But until we get another word from the Navy, we know we have lies. We know we have obfuscation. We know we're not getting the whole story. So, anyway, just wanted to cover a few things in this video. I know they aren't particularly exciting, but we do have to keep our minds open to all options. And we have to consider that regardless of the accident, there are more questions to be answered here. So, with that, I will end the day's video. Thank you very much for the support. I am humbled. It looks like tomorrow the channel is going to cross 1 million views. I still can't believe it even saying it, but it's all about you folks. Continue the polite, respectful discussion down in the comment section, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.